huyu Ndegwa ni nani, amekuwa wapi, kwa welfares haonekani. All of a sudden, from the class, you want to be the executive secretary, Kuppet, Nyeri County, 2026. So, who is this enigma?
Good. Thank you, Bona Anunta. That's a very good question.
Okay.
First of all, let me say that Mr. Ndegwa is a classroom teacher who has been a classroom teacher for the last 13 years.
13 years.
And he's a classroom teacher also who has stagnated in the same job group for the last 10 years.
C3, yeah?
Yes, Mr. Kenya has stagnated in C3. And also, Mr. Kenya is a born unionist.
Okay.
Somebody may ask, how did Mr. Kenya know that he is a born unionist? I want to give a case example. Around 2019, I managed to talk with the principal during a staff meeting. I felt that our non-teaching staffs were getting a raw deal. And I raised the point during a staff meeting, and I want to thank the principal of that time, Mr. Kafwe. He listened at my plea, and he presented the issue at the board of management. And if you can go to that school and ask them, surely they got something, and they are usually appreciative about that.
You asked as a teacher?
Just as a teacher, as a concerned member of staff, because you know, as you interact with people, you hear what they are complaining about. So that is one thing that can tell you that I'm a born unionist.
So from Kireti Secondary?
From Kireti Secondary School.
Okay.
Number two,
outside Kireti?
Now, even before you go outside Kireti, number two, there is a time, around 2019 or so, we used to get staff meetings late into the night. They would start around 4 and they would end as late as 7. So I took it upon myself to challenge the status quo. And true to it, though it was a painful process, which the teachers from Kireti understand, I revolutionized that, and there is no other single time that the meeting ended past 5. Exactly at 5, the meeting would end.
The principal is still there?
Yes. No, not the current principal.
Oh, okay.
The same principal who helped the non-teaching staff.
Okay.
Now, outside the school, people may have not seen me in games. Remember, we are talented differently. As I had said during the introduction, me, I'm more of a church person. That is my weakness.
Okay.
So I'm very vibrant in Catholic action. I'm the CA patron. I've been the patron for the last 10 years. And I have taken the CA to leaps and bounds. For example, I know very few people from Nyeri County who have managed to take their students for a retreat at a shrine in Kitui.
Okay.
Last year, but I took my students to a shrine called Our Lady of Mseve in Kitui, where we went and spent 2 days there, and they were very appreciative. So in the CA movement, teachers know me very, very well.
Are you in the leadership of CU in Nyeri?
I'm not in the leadership of CA.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm a very active member in CA.
Okay.
Yes. Then, around 2015, when I was employed, I was the patron assistant in what we used to call SANS, and by then it was SANS Congress. And because I believe in transitional leadership, so when we got a new teacher who was more vibrant, and for sure she was more vibrant because she has taken Kireti to leaps and bounds. Not once have they been the national. I withdrew myself so that I would give her space.
Okay.
So that is me in terms of co-curricular activities. Remember, all of us cannot fit in games. We cannot fit in music.
Yeah.
So everybody has an area of specialization.
So the same issue that comes in is we have very many welfares in Nyeri. How many do you belong?
Currently, I'm only in one welfare.
Why?
And I have a reason. When I discovered that I have an interest in the union post, I decided to create a new perspective of union politics, whereby I would not use, because I know I'm very vibrant and very vocal, chances are I would get a position in those unions. And there's a union that was formed. I will not, okay, let me be genuine. When Nyestua was being formed, I was called to represent Tetu by Reverend, but I felt no, it is not time, because I don't want to use welfare as a vehicle to put me into the leadership of the union.
Do you appreciate the roles of
Yeah, the welfares are very important, by the way.
Okay.
And when I get that position of the executive secretary, I'll take the welfares, especially the BBF, to another level.
So, okay.
There is a question, by the way, you have asked. Sorry, why all of a sudden from a classroom to an executive secretary?
Why not even a vice chair or something else?
Very good. Thank you for that question. That is why I'm called an enigma. An enigma is a person hard to understand. Is a puzzle. And I am a puzzle. Why? I have felt that we require an executive secretary who is young and vibrant. Why? As I had said, the challenges we have now in digital space, we need somebody who is apt to get information and pass that information to the teachers. Number two, if you look at the most successful unions in Kenya, they are led by very young people.
Like?
For example, if you look at KMPDU, they are SG. And you know, an SG is not a small person.
Yeah.
He represents the whole union in the whole country. He is just barely 34 years. So that is why I decided I must go for this position of the executive secretary when I am young and vibrant. If you tell me first to vie for the position of maybe OS, it means that I'll have 5 years. Right now I'm towards my rate 30. That is. So by the time I'm vying for the next post, which is maybe the chairman, I'll be heading 50. The same complaint we have that our union has a problem of old leadership is what I will be suffering from. Number two, the reason why I moved from class to the seat of the executive secretary, the executive secretary sits in the National Governing Council. We need to kill the familiarity that is within the National Governing Council. What am I saying? If first I vie for the post of the vice chair, I'll be interacting with those people in the NEB when I'm a vice chair. So even when time comes to challenge them, it will be difficult because they are my friends. And I can prove to you, right now teachers are very injured out of a CBA that gave them almost nothing. Some of the teachers even received a negative salary. Teachers are also very pained because they received promotions, especially I have told you I've stagnated in the same job group for 10 years. We received 850 slots for C3s. They are about 47 counties. That means if you do your arithmetics, those are 18 slots per county. If you do further arithmetics, that means those are 2 slots per sub-county. If we come from the same sub-county, me and you, that means if we receive the slots, Anuda receives 1, Mr. Kenya receives 1, no one else receives. Why am I driving that about familiarity? Imagine at that point when teachers are very injured, our branch can manage to contribute money towards a function funded by the same SG that we feel has frustrated teachers. That is adding salt to injury.
Mr. Kenya, before I think we're going there, So what's your answer on inexperience? You're not experienced in leadership. I think that is a very serious question.